Alright, here we go. Day number 4 of our latest 2024 solo adventure on an official PvP server. Let's get started. So yesterday, it was a pretty crazy day for us. We had a successful first raid of this playthrough, and we even managed to fight off a 3-man clan that had ambushed us as we were transporting all of our raid loot. It was a ton of nerve-wracking fun. If you haven't had the chance to see that video yet, I recommend you do because it was a really intense battle. Anyway, after that crazy fight and having been away from Conan since April, I was left super hyped and motivated to get into more battles just like that. And that's kind of where we're picking things up today. Alright, so today I've only got a couple hours on Conan because I do have some IRL obligations I have to attend to later on. I don't think we have enough time for a raid, but we should have enough time to maybe try and pick a fight with some of the bigger clans on this server. We'll also try and keep an eye out for our next potential raid if we see any fun bases. Tomorrow I'll make sure to log in early and cook some raid supplies so that we can start hitting some much bigger bases than our first one. I actually haven't had the chance to explore this side of the map yet to see who's living in this northern area. They got this role-playing base though. They got a full-on dungeon down here. Oh, and they even have these encased corpses hanging here. That's awesome. Really adds to the whole dungeon theme. A bit hard to see, but check it out. We finally found us a proper PvP base out here, and the owners are actually home right now too. Yeah, currently there's 2 of them online. I would consider this clan to be one of the quote-unquote bigger clans on this server right now. As you can see by the player list, the server pop is kind of mid. Really, there's only one major alpha clan on the server, and then the rest of the clans are just mid-size like this one, having maybe 2 to 4 players at most. Alright, now that it's daylight, we can get a much better look at this base. So they got a lot of war pyramids on the ground, and that's gonna make it tricky to fight them because, you know, if we get them low on HP, they can just easily run into their pyramids. Honestly though, I could see this base being really fun to raid. Like for me, tower pillar bases have always made for the most exciting raids. I am curious though if maybe the ice bridge is long enough to get across from here, because that way we don't have to level up our sorcery to unlock the bat spell, and that would save us a lot of time. I'll probably come and test it later, but if the ice bridge is long enough to make it across, this base will be a contender for our next raid. Like I mentioned already, no raid today since we're short on time, but that doesn't mean we can't start the battle today already. Let's go ahead and sound the battle horn, see if we can get them to come out and fight us. Hopefully it's loud enough that they can hear it all the way there. And one more time just in case. Ended up waiting a couple minutes and decided that I would come and check out Keyhole in the meantime, which is where the server's main alpha clan is located. Here it is. This is their super massive Keyhole base. This clan has quite a few players from what I've seen. I've seen at least 7 or 8 different clanmates over the last few days, and there's even a chance they might be maxed out at 10 players because I always see a new person online for this clan. Yeah, this alpha is pretty much untouchable here at Keyhole. It would take another major clan of similar size to even have a chance of getting inside. Alright, we're back at it again here with this Robin Hood clan. Let's see if we can finally get this battle started. Okay, here's one of them. Let's see if they draw their weapon. Nice, they're up for it. Let's fight. We're gonna need to pull these guys away from these war pyramids, or else just every time we get them low, they're just gonna run back in there. There's still 2 of them online as well. His other clanmate could be coming down any minute now. Just trying to pull them away from those pyramids, but I don't think he'll risk going too far. He's back out again. Oh, you know what? We might actually be able to go in here with him. There's an exit up here we can use to get out. So once he's low health, we'll just bait him in here, go inside, and finally take him down. We'll let him keep his gear. We're just gonna take the heals. So not the craziest fight in the world, but still pretty fun. Hopefully his other clanmate comes down too. That way we can have a 1v2. Alright, good news. He's coming back down again. We're keeping the fights going. This time he's brought out some much better gear. Someone else is calling the elevator upstairs now. The second climate is finally coming down. We've been waiting forever. There he is at last. Looks like he's rocking a two-handed hammer. Let's go ahead and try and pull him away from all these pyramids. He's got some much better gear than us. We'll do a bit of a trade. We'll leave him ours. We'll take theirs. Yeah, check us out. Now we got some actual metal armor. It's gonna be nice to have some extra strength and stamina points. So we ended up chatting and made some temporary peace and decided we would just have a friendly 1v1 just for practice. Here we go. We'll have one more fight before we get out of here, but this time, to keep things interesting, I'll go ahead and use a two-handed hammer instead. Haven't used one of these in years. I'm terribly out of practice, but I thought it'd be fun to use one again. Man, this fight made me miss the two-handed hammer. I should really start practicing with it again. Maybe we'll do a quick farm run in the future of the War Maker's dungeon, see if we can get some nice hammers there. Hopefully the World Breaker would be nice. Alright, let's go ahead and get out of here now. That was a lot of fun, good fights to this clan, of course. Always appreciate the battles. As for tomorrow's raid, I don't think we'll be raiding them tomorrow. Maybe in the future if they're still around then, once they've gotten a bit more PvP practice in. Alright guys, not sure when the last update happened, but I just read on global chat that there is some potential commotion going on at Brim Lake. We're gonna go check that out right now. Yep, there they are. It's the same clan from yesterday. I brought them up briefly during the intro, but it's the trio that ambushed us as we were transporting all that loot from the raid. It's going to be much trickier than yesterday. Yesterday we had the water advantage. Here, we're a fish out of the water. We just got to stay in motion, constantly pulling back. We can't just fight them head on, or else it's going to make it easier for them to gang up on us. Oh, no way that hits. My goodness, that spear lag was absolutely atrocious. That's got to be some kind of new record for me. I've never been hit with a worse phantom hit than that. Oh, and check this out. Look what one of the players just said on global chat. He said, "Water ain't gonna save you this time." So he's basically referencing yesterday's fight where I 1v3 them, and really the main reason why I was able to take them all down is because I had a water weapon and I used the jungle's river as my safe haven, since only one of them had a water weapon. Anyway, I ended up replying and I said, okay, let's 1v1 then. And he said, alright. So now we're headed back and we're gonna settle this matter in an honorable 1v1. No water, no outnumbered fights, just a simple 1v1. Now, unfortunately for us, we no longer have that meta armor that we picked up earlier today. We just have to rely on some good old Sobek armor to get the job done. Man, I get the feeling there's gonna be one sweaty fight. He definitely knows how to fight. This is not gonna be easy. Well, we started off pretty decently, but then towards the end, my stamina management just went out the window and everything was downhill from there. I just still haven't gotten used to not having rolling thrust anymore. I also noticed my great axe wasn't doing as much damage, so he's got to have some kind of heavy armor. And the cripple too, he wasn't getting crippled, so he's got to have maybe the champion's boots. I think we got him next fight though. We just got to stay a bit more mindful of our stamina. Oh, that explains everything. Look at this gear set, super meta. It's no wonder we couldn't do that much damage, and the anti-cripple as well. Okay, next we're gonna settle the score with this player here, and then we'll have a tiebreaker with the other clanmate. This fight really hurt my brain. It was so laggy and just all over the place. A lot of chasing. Here we go, time for the tiebreaker. Let's do it. Okay, this will be the last fight of the night. He asked for a rematch. Let's do it. There we go, finally. We'll probably need to cut this battle short for the video because it was really long again. I got him to low health quite a few times and there was some chasing around. So in the end, I just decided to tank a few hits to land that finishing hit. Alrighty guys, so that is about as much time as I have today. Thank you to this clan for the honorable 1v1s. I'm sure we'll run into them again in the future. We'll be back once again tomorrow, hopefully go on an actual raid. Sorry there wasn't much of a story today, just a lot of fighting, but tomorrow we'll have all the time in the world to cook some explosives and go on a fun solo online raid. I'll see you guys then.